Michael Meyer, Director Passenger Cars Division, Volkswagen India, joins us here at the NDTV studio at the Expo. First of all, thank you so much for making it out here.
It's a pleasure.
Take us through in terms of what you have for us here at the Expo.
Well, it's an important year for us. We last year made a commitment to enlarge our product range, which was essential for us in India, and we started with a new Jetta and a renewed Vento.
Yep.
And then in December we had our wonderful 21st century Beetle. It's a fun car. And now we're going to continue. We showed our core volume product for the compact sedan segment, the Volkswagen Ameo. And we're going to enlarge the brand also into the relevant segments of premium SUVs with the Tiguan and our flagship sedan, the Passat, which is shown here as a plug-in hybrid version, GTE.
Yeah.
Very powerful, but also very forward technology car, which we will test in India.
Sure. Let's start with the first product you talked about, the Ameo. We already got a glimpse of it earlier. What does it hold? Because the segment is already crowded. You already have strong players already established in that segment. What do you bring to the table with the Ameo?
The segment actually is still growing. That's interesting. And if you look at it with a little bit of focus, you will see there are only a handful of real players in there.
Sure.
And what was missing was a Volkswagen type product proposition. That's what the Ameo brings in. It's got the Volkswagen quality, it's got the Volkswagen safety standards, double airbag, ABS on any variant, and it's got the fun to drive. We've got
You got the DSG as well.
DSG on a strong diesel engine.
Yeah.
And we also used the Ameo to bring in more features. So this car comes with a rear view camera, parking sensors. It's also got some first in segments like cruise control or rain sensor wipers and auto dimming interior rear view mirrors. So stuff that the people will value in a package which has the Volkswagen brand, the Volkswagen quality, safety and features. And that's what I think is has a good place in that segment.
So you believe you're not a latecomer to the segment?
No, I don't so. I mean, we have not created the segment, but segments can go up and down, particularly in India. And this segment has proven to create more and more continuous interest of also new buyers, upgrading buyers who want the status of a sedan using the compactness of a 4 meter. So that's where we thought we got to go in there, and it was completely initiated by the Indian team.
Yep.
It was a very fast product for us, and now we're happy to have it here.
A possibility of exports for the Ameo in the future? Do you believe there's a market outside India for a product like this?
I think it's a genuinely Indian package, and you don't have that package anywhere else. So we're not eyeing for exports. However, if there is a market which has similar product requirements in terms of pricing points and package, we would export it, certainly, as we do in over 80 countries with the Vento.
Sure. Another product we're keenly waiting, all of us here in India, is the Tiguan. We've seen lots and lots of images of it, even at the previous Expo. You saw the interest level for it. When is it finally coming? What is the positioning that you're looking at for the Tiguan?
Well, it is our premium SUV, definitely, and it's going to go against those that are in that segment now. It is just about to be launched in Europe, so middle of the year. So we'll get it pretty quickly after that. I would say in the coming fiscal, it will hit Indian roads.
But what does it offer in terms of, compared to the existing portfolio of SUVs that is already there in the market? How does the Tiguan positioning, besides how reliable it overall is?
No, I mean, this new Tiguan also takes the Tiguan, which was very successful in Europe and also in the US, takes it one step further. It can actually do with any BMW, Mercedes or Audi. And it also will do with the Hyundais. I've seen that Hyundai also brings more into that segment. So I guess this is the stable it will actually go into, and it will make definitely its position there.
Sure. Take us a bit about the hybrid technology on the Passat. It's something that a lot of Indian buyers these days are getting familiar with. You saw the success of the Camry hybrid, which is doing very well. You believe the Indian consumer has matured enough now to look at hybrid as not an expensive technology, as something that they can use daily?
We will see. For Volkswagen, there are two core topics at the moment, which we have embedded in the, let's say, our change as a company. One is digitalization. That's a different topic. It involves all aspects of consumer and OEM. But the second aspect is electromobility. And hybrids is, people might not know, is where we are actually, when it comes to the number of electric or hybrid vehicles, we are one of the largest suppliers in the world. Whether that is going to track fast in India, I don't know. That's why we approach it cautiously. And we said we're going to bring that car here, we need to test.
Sure.
Hybrids, plug-in hybrids, electric cars need loading infrastructure. How are we going to cope with that in India? Secondly, how is it going to play out in the Indian traffic conditions? Will the customer have a benefit from that? So we will see. It will be a test, and then we will see whether there is a market for plug-in hybrids in India yet. Certainly, I think it is where the market will move at one point in time, and we will be part of it.
Sure. From a macro point of view, a lot of industry players are clearly indicating that 2016 will be a better year than 2015, which isn't bad really for the passenger car industry. Do you share that sentiment?
Of course. I think 15 was one of the years where you could see some steady growth, also a little bit bumpy. We know the framing conditions, interest rates, fuel prices, government policies, they're still favorable. So I think if we break through another half year, we could see a consistent growth. Although January was a little bit less promising. So I still would say have a cautious look at it, but we're optimistic, and let's see what the budget gives, and then we can see where the buyers are in their sentiment.
Sure. Your brand also has taken a hit because of the overall diesel engine scandal that happened in Europe. Take us through how you're convincing customers here in India that all is okay.
Yeah, well, generally we had a period of uncertainty in India in the last year where we needed to clarify with the authorities in collaboration where do we stand, and finally we are at that clean position that says we are fully compliant with the Indian emission regulations. That's where we start from with. However, it's very clear. I mean, we as a German brand, people would not have expected things that had impacted the US or Europe would have happened. So what we do is, and we declared that very early, to voluntarily recall all our diesel cars and upgrade them in the same way as we do that in Germany. And this will happen starting middle of half year one, and we'll go through a staggered way and reach all the 200,000 Volkswagen customers. This is one opportunity to get in touch with them, upgrade their vehicle, mostly it's a software upgrade, and then get them on the same basis as anybody else in Europe. This is how I think we can win back the trust and gain again what we had lost potentially.
Sure. When that process is complete, when are you expecting to complete that process?
Well, as quick as possible, but we always recognize that we want a hassle-free, convenient experience for the customer. So everybody will be contacted individually and will be given time to make appointment come, and it's a very short intervention only. So we reckon we can do most of it in 2016. But still, there will be always some people that decide to do it later. But we're not going to push anybody. It's not urgent. Cars are fully compliant and roadworthy. But we want to do it in a seamless and hassle-free way.
Sure. Michael, thank you for so much talking to us, and look forward to seeing you more at the Auto Expo.
Thank you very much.